Hey everybody, this is John Skiba, and in today's video we're going to talk about judgments, and specifically how a debt collection judgment is going to impact your credit score. But if this is your first time here to my YouTube channel, go ahead and click subscribe. Check off on that little bell. That way you'll be notified each and every week when I provide new videos that'll help you deal with your serious debt problem. All right, let's talk about judgments. Now, if you're finding yourself dealing with a serious debt problem and you've been sued by maybe one of the junk debt buyers or just a general creditor, a medical bill, whatever it is, probably one of your biggest concerns is how is this going to impact my credit score if they get a judgment against me? Now, the good news is, here's the good news, is in 2017, they changed the rules as it relates to how a judgment is going to be taken into consideration when determining what your credit score is. If you look on your credit report, there's a public records section. And prior to 2017, if you had a judgment, the judgment would show up there, along with things like tax liens and bankruptcy filings. All those legal type proceedings, they would show up under the public records section of your credit report. The good news is, back in 2017, the three main credit reporting agencies, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, they all changed the rules and they no longer report judgments under the public records section of your credit report. That was a huge deal at the time because it wiped all of those out. A lot of people saw their credit scores go up significantly because the judgment was no longer showing up under the public records section. Now, it's important to note that doesn't mean that the creditor itself, if it's still within the time limit that they're going to be reporting on the credit report, that they aren't showing up. So for instance, if you have a judgment from a junk debt buyer like Midland Funding, but it's well within the time limit for them to report on the credit reporting through the credit reporting agency, you won't see it show up under the public records section, but you will see it show up just under the regular, showing accounts that are in collections, that kind of thing. So it doesn't mean that you're not going to have no impact on the credit report and the credit score, but it means that it won't show up in that public records section. It's important to know, though, even though it's not showing up on your credit report in the public records section, it's a public document, and in most states there's a county recorder or some other type of government agency where people can access those. So if you're trying to buy a house or other types of lending, the creditor may check those places as well and be able to see that that judgment's there. So you still need to deal with it, whether it's through settlement, whether it's through filing a motion to vacate it, or just resolving it outright. Those are the kinds of things you're going to have to do to take care of the judgment. But the good news is it's not going to show up on the credit report under the public records section, and that will keep your credit score from going down as it relates to that specific thing. I hope that's helpful today. Again, if you haven't had a chance to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please go ahead and do so, and thanks for watching today.